خلف هذه القضبان، حيث يفترض أن ينتهي كل شيء، يبدو أن شيئا ضخما قد بدأ للتو، بينما يرتعد السياسيون في الغرب من جيش إسلامي يتشكل داخل الزنازين، وتحذر العناوين من فقدان السيطرة. هناك حقيقة أخرى تهمس في الممرات المظلمة. لماذا يختار أعتى المجرمين والمتمردين في أمريكا وبريطانيا السجود في قلب الحصار؟ هل هو تحالف للبقاء، أم أنها الحقيقة التي عجزت الأسوار عن حجبها؟
Stop Islam now in your prison system. And lifelong criminals are converting to Islam. They're building an army within the prison system, or you're going to lose control of your country.
Is Islam building an army behind bars? Is something dangerous growing inside Western prisons? Or is something deeply misunderstood unfolding in silence? Today, we look beyond the fear, beyond the headlines, beyond the noise. Beneath iron bars that swallow hope, behind silent concrete walls, even fear begins to lean toward the light. In places designed to punish, thousands are discovering something unexpected. Not physical freedom, but freedom of the soul. Across the United States and the United Kingdom, Islam has become one of the fastest-growing faiths inside prison systems.
Islam is the fastest growing religions even in the American prisons. Now reports say that tens of thousands are converting each year to Islam behind bars.
Why? How does a place built on confinement become a place of awakening? How does the call to prayer echo through corridors once filled only with anger?
I was born a Christian in the northwest of the United Kingdom in Blackpool. Growing up, I was always getting into trouble. I got kicked out of high school. I never went to college. I'd drink, party, smoke, take drugs. I was very, very lost, very lost. I thought these things would make me happy, going out partying, drinking, girls. When I got to the age of 18, I was absolutely calamitized by money and women and alcohol, power. I used to have a godlike complex. I used to think I was better than people. Nothing's going to make me happy. And I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. I was lost. I had no guidance. I would drink myself to death on the night.
For many inmates, life before prison was chaos. Gangs, drugs, violence. Then the cell door shuts. Status disappears. Money disappears. Even identity begins to fade. And in that silence, Islam enters, not as a trend, not as rebellion, but as structure. 5 daily prayers, clear rules, clear boundaries. When everything collapses, discipline feels like dignity. But not everyone sees this transformation as hope.
You've spent months and months in prison recently. Was there anything about that prison experience that you'd say was good?
Yes, there definitely was. It was the opportunity for me to see within the prison system. I literally got to talk to every prison officer in the jail. And I'm a journalist, yeah? And I'm inquisitive and I want to know what's happening. I had the best experience a journalist could ever have in understanding just how bad the situation is with Islamic radicals and the control that Islamists have of our prison system. Stop Islam now in your prison system, or you're going to lose control of your country. Because the most hardened, toughened men and lifelong criminals are converting to Islam. They're building an army within the prison system.
An army or a community? Because inside prison systems shaped by racial gangs and survival politics, belonging can mean protection.
As far as the gangs, if one goes, they all gonna go. You know, it's not gonna be a fair fight.
And Islam offers something powerful, peace in brotherhood.
So Darren G and a few of the others were telling us that the Muslim gang has become the biggest.
They are the
your
biggest.
Experience?
I could listen. When it comes to the Muslim gangs, right? They are crazy, right? They're a different breed. It's not. I don't want to sort of put them in a box, if you know what I mean. But I have to say, They are brothers, and that's what they call themselves. They are brothers, and they really do mean that. They are brothers.
In some prisons, gang lines are drawn by race. If you stand alone, you become vulnerable. But Islam erases those lines. The moment someone declares the Shahada, he becomes part of something larger than his past. A former white gang member can stand shoulder to shoulder with a black inmate in prayer. No hierarchy, no race, no past crimes in that moment. Just one line, facing one direction. For many, that unity is not intimidation. It is survival. It is belonging. There are claims that some inmates convert out of fear, that protection plays a role, that pressure exists. These concerns deserve to be examined. But here is the deeper question. Why does a disciplined religious structure become attractive in an environment of chaos? Why does routine become powerful in a place ruled by unpredictability? And why does identity become magnetic for men who have lived without one? Religion inside prison does something the system often fails to do. It gives accountability. It gives boundaries. It gives a moral framework. For a man who has lived reacting to impulse, prayer introduces pause. For a man driven by anger, fasting introduces restraint. For a man shaped by violence, brotherhood introduces responsibility. That shift can look threatening from the outside, but from the inside, it can feel like redemption.
But what's happening within the prison system, the security services say 800 radicals coming out a year.
Numbers are often cited, warnings are amplified, but statistics alone do not tell the full story. How many leave prison more disciplined than when they entered? How many abandon gang loyalty for structured faith? How many choose prayer over retaliation? Transformation is quieter than fear, but it is far more powerful.
So essentially the benefits of converting are
Protection.
outweigh the pain of not being a convert.
You're just being bullied and beat up unless you convert. And there's so many people explaining this now. And do you know what? If the prison system wanted to deal with it, separate Muslims and non-Muslims. That's what you need to do.
Separate them or understand them? Fear often demands division, but growth demands examination. Is the real issue religion itself, or the failure of systems that left these men searching for meaning in the first place? When identity is absent, something will fill the vacuum. For many inmates, Islam fills it with structure, discipline, and belonging. Maybe the real fear is not that prisoners are becoming Muslim. Maybe the real fear is that Islam works. It gives rules to the reckless. It gives brotherhood to the abandoned. It gives repentance to the guilty. And even behind the highest walls, even under the strictest confinement, faith still grows. Not as an army, but as awakening. Because true freedom was never about walking out of prison. It was always about walking out of chaos. And sometimes, the strongest transformations begin in the darkest places.
في النهاية قد يسجنون الأجساد خلف الخرسانة، لكنهم أبداً لن يسجنوا روحاً أبصرت نور اليقين. اشتركوا في قناتنا وفعلوا الجرس، ولا تنسوا مشاركتنا آراءكم في التعليقات.